Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be giving you my Aquarius October 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And yes, this does apply and pertain to the Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. Anyway, people, first thing up is as far as October goes, the Sun will be in Libra from the 1st until the 23rd, so the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, there could be a strong concentration of energy, focus, and attention on in-laws, grandchildren, publishing, foreign relations. It could be long-distance traveling abroad, philosophy, religion, higher education, even the law. Now, given that this is Libra energy, this could be done with a lot of balance, a lot of equilibrium, a lot of fairness, with a lot of refinement as well, and even tact and diplomacy, and especially in matters with in-laws, grandchildren, people you may know at a religious congregation. You're the people that are associated with the 9th house. Now, in some cases, this could shine the light, so to speak, on the, might be a strong focus on a Libra grandchild or in-law. It could be a Libra Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics. So, anyway. Well, the next thing up is, as far as October goes, the Sun will be in Scorpio from the 23rd until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted at this time. There could be a strong focus, concentration of energy on one's career, status and recognition, the dominant parent, which is often the father, one's public image and reputation, stature in life, social status, success, authority figures, even attaining a position of authority. And given this is Scorpio energy, this may be done with a lot of resourcefulness, a lot of incisiveness, a lot of willful, intractable energy, and a lot of passion and emotional intensity. Now, in some cases, this could shine a light, so to speak, on a perhaps a rather willful or an intractable, overly intense, even caustic, sarcastic, surreptitious, dominant parent, which is often the father or someone prominent in your career. It could even be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits. And it might even be really focusing and shining the light, so to speak, on even surreptitious activity that might be doing something affecting your public image, your reputation at this time. So those are some ways that this could manifest and pan out. So anyway, and it could even be the dominant male figure. That could be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or one that embodies those traits, might figure more prominently in your success, attaining a position of authority, and even notoriety and recognition and gaining exposure. So anyway. Well, the next thing up is there will be a full moon in Aries on October 13th, so the 3rd house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, in some cases, this could be about very strong, emotional, angry, acrimonious energy directed at a sibling, a cousin, a neighbor. It could also be a time where you might become simply tired, exasperated, or full, and an overly aggressive, forceful, combative, militant, outspoken sibling, cousin, neighbor, someone you may have known from your early education, or somebody that might be prominent in short journeys that you take. It could also be really at a time too. Another way this could manifest, this could be about the completion or culmination of some Aries type writing. It could be something connected with firefighting, something associated with courage or combat or the military, anything that could be Aries related, even welding, something or arson investigation. It could also be at the end of some kind of contentious communication in general with somebody, since we are talking about the 3rd house. And this could also be when you have full moons in astrology, they could be about revelations and unveilings. This could be about a revelation or unveiling of maybe a sibling, a cousin, a neighbor, someone from your early education that might have some anger issues, or might be overly combative, or very impatient, or somebody that has some volatile tendencies at this time, or somebody that might even be just overly impetuous, or very impulsive, and it might be something that you might at this time as far as being cognizant of. Could also be a time, be careful too, Aquarius, because at this time you're talking about the third house of local transportation and short journeys. A full moon in Aries can give very angry, acrimonious type emotions and energy. So it could be greater propensity for road rage at this time. And a lot of that, of course, could be predicated and dependent on aspects as makes the points in your chart, especially like say if you have make an adverse aspect to Mars at this time. Because that is the planet of anger, or even Mercury, because that Mercury is connected with short journeys. So anyway, well, the next thing up, there will be a new moon in Scorpio on October 27th, so the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. Now, this can manifest in a multitude of ways. It might be a time where you might embark on or begin a Scorpio type related career, such as locksmithing, investigation, forensics, embalming, working as a coroner, or even doing something with astrology, the occult, supernatural. Something with problem solving. Could also be a time too where you might, you may be rekindling a connection with a dominant parent or an authority figure that may be a Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Scorpio characteristics. And it might be a time too where you might be beginning with a lot of emotional intensity and resourcefulness, attaining perhaps a greater position in life, a greater stature in life, improving your social status, or even a position of authority, or a new period of investigation. And as far as maybe if you've been slandered, or your public image, reputation has been hurt in some way, it could be a time where you might be digging deep. So begin digging deep, so to speak, as far as that goes, and going beyond, maybe starting to go beyond subterfuge and superficiality with 10th house people, such as the dominant parent, which is often the father of, could be an authority figure, it could be somebody prominent in your career. So those are some ways this could manifest and pan out. Now the next thing up, Mercury will be in Libra as far as October goes, from the 1st until the 3rd. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, one way this could manifest, this could be about having very tactful, diplomatic, balanced conversations with in-laws, with grandchildren, foreigners. It could be people at a religious congregation. It might even be talking really about wanting justice and wanting fairness with 9th house people at this time. And as I've stated in previous videos, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Libra, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Libra characteristics. It could be something where they might figure prominently in your higher education. It could be matters pertaining to long distance traveling, your philosophy, your religion at this time, and higher education. It could also be a time where you might be somewhat really indecisive and ambivalent and mentally weighing the pros and cons on 9th house matters. It could be matters pertaining to the law, it could be a legal matter, it could be a matter with an in-law or a grandchild, or maybe even making decisions as far as your religion, your philosophical outlook goes at this time. So anyway, well, the next thing up is, Mercury will be in Scorpio as far as October goes, from the 3rd until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. This could be manifest in a number of ways. You might be having very provocative, deep, profound communications with the dominant parent, which is often the father. People prominent in your career, your reputation, your public image, authority figures. It could be older people, business people. Your mind may be very probing as far as businesses may go. If you're trying to, say, invest in a business or get involved in one, it's a time where you might be thinking about really going beyond the surface at this time as far as those matters may go. And as I've stated previously, Mercury can also be about siblings. This could be about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Ascendant people, or simply ones that embody Scorpio traits that might figure prominent in your stature in life, your public image, your reputation, career-related matters. gaining notoriety, recognition, and whether they're more beneficial in these areas or to your detriment. A lot of this can be predicated and dependent on aspects as makes the points in your chart. An adverse aspect to your natal Saturn might be causing some sorrow and even loss or restriction in these matters, or despondency. But if say if it makes a sextile trine your natal Jupiter, they might actually be very auspicious and beneficial in those matters. Hold on a moment, people. Sorry about that, I'm back anyway. Well, next thing up is Venus will be in Libra as far as October goes, from the 1st until the 8th. So the 9th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. At this time, Aquarius, if you are unattached, you may connect with a Libra sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Libra characteristics that may figure prominently. Might be someone you meet at a religious congregation, a college, university. Someone could be a foreigner, someone you meet through long distance travel. It could be someone in a publishing field. This could also be about making money through something Libra publishing related, such as something connected with art, with graphic art, design, drawing, painting, writing, maybe writing about how to draw, how to paint, matters connected with the law. It could be matters connected with litigation or lawsuits, even something connected with a Libra sport like tennis or gymnastics, anything that could be Libra related, arbitration. But could also be a time too where you're having very balanced spending on 9th house related matters, such as matters connected with the law, grandchildren, in-laws, publishing, higher education. And it could also be a time where this can manifest in you valuing persuasion, refinement, tact, diplomacy, balance, fairness, and justice with 9th house matters, and perhaps especially the law. That would be very appropriate as far as justice goes and fairness, but also with in-laws, with grandchildren, 9th house people in general, even in publishing related matters in some cases, as far as people evaluating, maybe prospective publishers evaluating your work. So anyway. Well, last but not least, Venus will be in Scorpio as far as October goes, from the 8th until the 31st. So the 10th house is what will be emphasized and highlighted. So at this time, this could, one way this could manifest and pan out, this could be about making money through a Scorpio type career endeavor, such as locksmithing, embalming, investigation, forensics, working as a coroner, doing something with the occult, supernatural, or astrology. It could also be a time too where you value going deep, going beyond the surface, and subterfuge, superficiality, being probing, being investigative, incisiveness, and really in matters connected with the dominant parent, which is often the father, authority figures. It could be matters connected with your public image and reputation. Say if there's somebody that you feel may have slandered you or done you wrong, or it's affecting your reputation some way, going beyond maybe the surface. Say if you think it could be somebody that's posing as a friend and they're really not, and maybe somebody that might be close to you could have badmouthed you. That's what I'm talking about, and going beyond the surface with those people perhaps. But this could also be it in some case. I mean, if you're unattached this time, Aquarius, you may connect with a Scorpio sun, moon, or ascendant person, or simply one that embodies Scorpio traits. And it could be somebody that could be figuring prominently in attaining your greater stature in life, your public image, recognition, getting exposure, attaining success, maybe even a position of authority, and even someone prominent in your career at this time. It might even be an older person or somebody involved in business. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for my take on Aquarius October 2019 horoscope forecast, part 1 of 2. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be giving you my Aquarius October 2019 horoscope forecast, part 2 of 2. And until next time, people, Edwin Learnard saying stay well.